Hi, my name is Gabriella. I am like you, 50 plus. I am a trainer and a group fitness instructor here in Washington, D.C. And today I'm going to show you a strength exercise, a balance exercise, and a stretch. Within each category, I'll show you modifications and progressions and something in the middle. Let's get started. We're going to go through tabletop to bird dog to dynamic bird dog. So let's get started. I'm going to take us to all fours over here on my mat so you can see the profile. I'm going to be on all fours, hands spread wide, fingertips spread wide, knees underneath the hips, and hands straight underneath the shoulders. Slight warm up before we get into the move. So bringing my belly towards the floor and looking up at the ceiling. Exhaling and rounding, tucking the chin towards the chest. So on this inhale, when I'm coming down, belly towards the floor and looking up at the ceiling, that's my extension of the spine. And as I'm rounding, exhaling, that is my flexion. When I'm engaging one side of the body, in this case, my back is strengthening, my belly is stretching. And on the other hand, as I'm coming into what's called cat tilt, in yoga, that's the other way around, engaging the abs and stretching the back. And then I come back to center. So I've done a little bit of warm up, a little bit of stretching engagement. From here, I'm going to take my right arm forward, straight out from the shoulder. My aim is to have the hand as high as the shoulder. And then let's try the other side. So lifting the left arm up right there in front of the shoulder, lifting straight forward, engaging through the abs the entire time. Switching sides. So then I take my right arm up again, and this time left leg straight back. Here is bird dog. It's a great exercise to strengthen your glutes, your back, your shoulder. Holding here, maybe for a count of 8 or 10. And then releasing down over to the other side. Left arm up, right leg back, holding, breathing here. Maybe for a count of 8 or 10. You might continue to do it that way, maybe a set of 3 or maybe a set of 5, going for a point of feeling some fatigue but never pain. Another way to progress the movement is to take the right arm forward, left leg back, and creating a dynamic movement. This is harder, both strength-wise and balance-wise. Elbow, knee together, and then back out. Elbow, knee together, and then back out. Elbow, knee together, and back out. Elbow, knee together, and out. You might engage the breath here. Inhale and exhale, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you exhale, elbow, knee together, and inhale out. 3 more times. Together, and back out. Together, and back out. And together, and back out. Over to the other side. Left arm up, right leg back. And again, you want to aim for the same height, same length, same distance. Fingertips to floor, shoulder to floor, hip to floor, heel to floor. Dynamic movement. Elbow, knee together, and back out. Elbow, knee together, and back out. Elbow, knee together, and back out. Breathing with the movement. Together, back out. 4 more. Here's 4, and out. 3, and out. 2, and out. 1, and done. And release. Coming all the way up to standing, and reaching up, standing up tall. Let's review. We did different variations of this pose or drill called bird dog. First, we started by flexing and extending the spine, creating a dynamic movement that's more of a warm-up. Then we went arms forward, great way to exercise and strengthen the shoulder and the back. Then we added the component of leg out in the back, adding glutes to the mix. Then we added dynamic movement to it, which is a little bit harder, both on the strength side and the balancing side. Speaking of balancing, let's go into that next. So I really like heel lifts. I'm going to stand all the way back here to begin with. I'm going to take my hands to my waist, and I'm going to lift both heels up to the balls of the feet, standing, holding, and then slowly coming down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up and hold at the top, and then coming down slowly, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up and hold, and slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You might do one set of 8 or 10 and do it 3 times. Coming down slowly, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up and hold. Slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A few more times here. Lift up and hold. Slowly down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the belly in. Lift up and hold. Slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 more times. Lift up and hold. And slowly down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one here. Lift up and hold. Slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Next level up would be on one leg. So I'm going to hold on to something here, more so for just mental purposes, so I can be confident as I come into this move. I'm lifting my left leg, I'm standing on my right, lifting up the right heel, and slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up and hold, and slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 more times on this side. Lift up and hold, and slowly down, 4, 3, 2, pull the belly in. Last one, lifting up, and slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Over to the other side. So left leg, and I'm making sure that that standing glute is engaged. Otherwise, I'm risking jutting out the hip to the side. I want to stand up tall. I want to have that line straight from head down to heel. All right, let's try this. Lifting the right leg up and then lifting the heel. Left heel up, slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up and hold, slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up and hold, slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And checking in with posture, coming down slowly, 4, 3, 2, engaging the glute the entire time. Last one, lift up and hold, and slowly down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You might do 3 or 4 sets of those per leg. All right, so let's say this was not all that hard. You want to progress the movement. Then you might do a one-legged squat instead. That means one leg forward. Maybe I'll do this on the side so you can see it that way. One leg forward and then sitting back into the heel and then coming back up. Sitting back into the heel and coming back up. Sitting back into the heel and coming back up. Sitting back into the heel and coming back up. Sitting back into the heel and coming back up. 2 more times. Sit back into the heel and back up. Sit back into the heel and come back up. Really noticing how you're combining balance with strength. Those two always go together. 90% of the time. Let's say it that way. All right, other side. Let's stand into the left leg, right leg forward. Sit back into the heel and lengthening back up. Sit back into the heel and lengthen back up. Sit back into the heel and lengthen back up. Sit back into the heel and lengthen back up. 3 more times. And here's 3 and up and 2 and up and 1 and done. Nicely done. Shake it out. And then from here, let's recap. We started with heel lifts, standing free from any holding on. We did those, lifting heels and coming back down slowly. We did a set of 8. You might do 10. Do it times 3. That was too easy, perhaps. If it was, then come over to the one-legged ones instead, where you're maybe holding on mostly for your mind. And then if you want to, you could take your hand off as well. One-legged ones, maybe 4, 5, maybe even up to 8 reps per side. times 3. But maybe that's too easy also. Then go over to the one-legged squats instead. Muscle groups engaged, glutes, calves, to a lesser degree, quads and hamstrings. So the stretching pattern I've chosen is mostly for the back side of the leg. One way to do so is what's called in yoga Warrior 1, but could also be just known as a calf stretch. So I'm coming to the front of the mat and stepping my right leg back 3 or 4 feet, and I bring my heel down in the back, turning that right hip forward, equidistant to the front wall here with my hips. And I'm just holding there. Again, if I'm doing a yoga pose, I might take my arms up, but not necessary. Just working that heel down, holding each stretch, each static stretch between 30 and 60 seconds. That's for after working out is the static stretch. For before working out is a dynamic stretch like we did with the cat and cow tilt. Switching sides over to the other side, left leg back, heel down, left hip forward, and arms might come straight up. And again, here is my calf stretch there on the left side. And then releasing here. That stretch is nice on the knees, no major issues there. But let's say I wanted to take it a little bit deeper. I might instead take my right leg up. I have a bench sitting here, so I'm going to put my right foot on that bench and slightly bending the knee to protect the knee. And then hinging from the hip with a straight back, hinging, 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 hinging. And in doing so, getting not just my calf stretch in because I'm flexing the ankle, but also my hamstring stretch in. So reaching, might even reach with my hands towards that leg, making sure I feel it on the back side of that leg. So that's kind of like an intermediate stretch, holding 30 to 60 seconds each side. Switch sides over to the left side. Again, finding that spot. Maybe I'll move the bench out a little bit here so you can see better. I move the bench out, put my foot here. I want to make sure that the toes are moving towards me. And as the toes move towards me, I know I'm going to get my calf stretch into the midst. Hinging forward, maybe reaching for that foot, maybe just reaching for the calf. Straight back. Remember the flexions and extension of the spine we did in the beginning? Continuing with that extension here. Feeling that stretch throughout the back of the leg. 30 to 60 seconds, and then release. From here, I'm going to show you one more option for that back of the leg stretch, and that's called downward dog. It's a yoga pose that's really effective, but if you have low blood pressure or you don't want your head down below your heart, then it's not for you. Otherwise, coming into an upside down V position and pushing your hips up and back. I'll do this from the profile as well here. Hips up and back, belly towards the legs, and I get a good chance to pedal my heels, stretching, feeling that stretch in my hamstrings and in my calves. Tilting the pelvis so that the belly moves towards the legs the entire time. So think again in terms of the cow tilt we did in the very beginning. And then coming out of that stretch, maybe by way of a forward fold, to get a back stretch in as well. Rolling all the way up to standing. And then from here, shoulders drawing down and back. I always like to end with some breathing, big breaths. Hands to heart center and inhaling the arms up. And exhaling down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Last one here. Inhale up. And hands to heart center. And give yourselves a hand and maybe a pat on the back. Well done, everyone. Good work. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always chat me and or email and let me know. If not, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you.